Hello there, fellow beach mortgage seekers. Welcome to a special beach house edition of My Mortgage Hound. Today, we're taking you on a thrilling ride along the shoreline of homeownership dreams. Now, you might be wondering if you've stumbled upon a scene straight out of Baywatch. Well, you're not far off. Just like the gang and I kept the beach safe. We're here to ensure your financial safety while you chase your very own beachfront oasis. Today, we're blending the best of both worlds. The sun-kissed excitement of Baywatch and the savvy financial guidance of Mortgage Hound. We're diving headfirst into the topic of a lifetime, how to make your beach house vacation home dreams come true without wiping out financially. Think of me as your lifeguard of loans, your financial flotation device, and your ultimate source of real estate rescue. But hey, no red swimsuits required. Just grab your notepads, your curiosity, and your love for sandy shores. Because we're about to set sail on this mortgage adventure together. Get ready to ride the waves of wisdom, soak up the golden nuggets of advice, and learn how to navigate the sometimes choppy seas of mortgage options. We're about to dive headfirst into the adventure of a lifetime. Get ready to ride those mortgage waves with Cody, your trusty mortgage hound. And remember, no sharks allowed in these waters. Well, hello there, fellow beach bums and...
All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at. I am in Long Beach, Washington today. So we are doing a special edition from the beach. I think we're gonna make this a regular thing where maybe once a month we do a special edition. Today's listings are all gonna be beach houses, vacation homes, second homes. It's something I'm really passionate about. I'm really passionate about Long Beach, Washington. We've owned a home here since 2019, right before the pandemic. According to Washington Street Journal, the WSJ, Long Beach Peninsula, we'll look at it on a map here if you guys don't know where I'm at, is the last affordable beach on the West Coast. I love it here, obviously. It's a very family-focused town. I'm in the Realty One Pacifica office. They're letting me run the live stream from here today. All of our listings were given to me by Cindi Pellerin, one of the top agents here on the peninsula. And I'm looking out at Main Street right now. Hot August night. It's a balmy 68 degrees outside, blue skies, and there are people everywhere. I turned the camera around, but we'd have some white balance issues. But a great time to be at the beach. It's kind of a blue collar. A lot of people live here full time. Yeah, it's not your uppity beach. It's really laid back. Couple things I love about Long Beach is there's 30 miles of beach on the peninsula, and it is a state highway, so you can drive the whole beach up and down. In fact, sometimes our house is on the south of the peninsula, and there's a restaurant we really like, Macovio's, great Italian place up in Ocean Park. And again, we'll bring all this up on the map here in a second. And sometimes we'll take the beach all the way to dinner and then all the way back, watch the sunset, maybe get our tiramisu to go and eat it in the pickup. If there's anybody watching, can you just confirm the audio's good, sounds good, music's not too loud? But that's one of the reasons I love the beach. Doesn't seem to be a lot of restrictions here, meaning we can take our family down to the beach. There's some great spots that are kind of protected from the wind. There's a state park, and we can light a bonfire, have marshmallows, have our pickup right there. 4th of July, which we just had here, was spectacular. There's 3 big firework displays, and you can light fireworks off on the beach. Just a great place to bring your family. And if you are looking at a second home, it's affordable here. There's activities for your family. You could live here part-time, come down on the weekends, spend your summers down here. Just a great place to be. The peninsula sits on the mouth of the Columbia River. So the town just south of Long Beach here is Owaco. And right now we have our fall salmon run starting. So if you like to fish, the tuna are close. I think they're about 30 miles out right now. You can salmon fish in the mouth around the ocean. Great place for all those activities. All right. Let's start with some data. Again, Gavin Hudkins with Berkshire Hathaway sends me this every week. Here's our weekly snapshot for Clark County. Again, I think this is good representation of the whole country. Clark County is kind of right in there as far as other major metropolitan areas. New listings up 9%, 257. Pending sales 198, down 8%. Listings sold up 36%, not surprising, 212 listings. A lot of homes that went into contract in June are starting to close, maybe even early July. People that are wanting to get into their house before school starts. It's not too late. There's still time. There's still plenty of time. If your kids are going back to school right after Labor Day, go out this weekend, look at open houses. There's a lot of activity this weekend. You could be closed in your new house before school starts. Here's lockbox activity. So every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a house to show the home, that data gets recorded. Pretty flat. You can kind of see here kind of our summer dip. Right before the summer, spring dip, and then we've just been really flat, down 2.3 in Washington, up 3.2 in Oregon. I think that is pretty healthy numbers. Again, even with interest rates in the 7s, we still have an inventory issue. We talked about this a little bit last week and the week before, is even with interest rates at 7%, people are still transacting in real estate. A lot of the transactions we see right now especially right now, are people with kids going off to college that are downsizing. Kids, believe it or not, kids coming home from college. People having babies. Unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of divorce situations. People being relocated for work. You know, Clark County is known for its excellent job market. We deal with a lot of nurses, a lot of physicians, people relocating to the area. And then estate sales, people selling their estate, moving into senior living. All those are the primary reasons for transacting right now. But there's a lot of people that are sitting at 3.5% that aren't motivated to sell. So we still have an inventory issue. Okay. Interest rates. Let's take a look here. Just as a reminder, we don't want David Hasselhoff. Just as a reminder, all the interest rates we're going to use on this stream, I pulled directly from Mortgage News Daily. Mortgage News Daily is a great website to go to for news on what's going on with mortgages. They have great stories every day. This is a national average for all the different interest rates. So you can see here we have 30-year fixed, 7.2%, up slightly from last week. FHA 6.92, VA 6.95, Jumbo 6.23. 7.23. And we might dive into this. I don't know if I have any Jumbos lined up today, but Jumbos are nothing to be scared of right now. Interest rates, the margin difference between 30-year fixed conforming, meaning it's a loan amount of 721 or 727 or less. You are interest rates are right in there. There's not a big difference. Historically, it's common to see a pretty big difference in rates. So yeah, who's ready to look at some beach houses? Again, it looks like we have a couple viewers. If you could just throw in the chat that my audio is working, that would be great. All right, so I kind of picked out 3 of Cindy's listings that cover a wide range of purchase prices here on the peninsula. So I'm going to start with kind of an entry-level home and show you how realistic it is to get into a beach house, second home, vacation home, and how it can be affordable. So I'm going to pull up Cindy's website. It has a little better information. So we got 1,128 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. Now this is in Ocean Park. Okay, let's take a look. So you can see there's the Vancouver Portland metro area. Door to door from my house in Vancouver, Richfield, to Long Beach is 2 hours. Beautiful drive up the Columbia River. The 3 major towns on the peninsula are Oahu, Long Beach, obviously, and Ocean Park. So Ocean Park is up on the northern end of the peninsula. A little slower paced up there, and there's some really good real estate values. So we're going to start in Ocean Park on this starter home. All right. Fresh paint. Very clean on the inside. Julie, if you're watching it, if you can comment in the chat too, what are the vacation rental rules in Ocean Park? Looks like we might be having an issue with our chat. Okay, it's working. Sounds good. Sounds good. Surfside HOA. So no go on vacation rental. Julie is on Cindy's team. So this home is located in a Surfside where there is a HOA. There's a nice, inexpensive golf course there. I believe you get deeded beach access. Water and garbage is included. No short-term rentals allowed. And that's if you are looking for a house that you can use for yourself and use as a short-term rental. It's really good to kind of figure out what the rules are here, because they vary depending on where the home is at. Our house is right on the border of Long Beach and Seaview, and on one side of the street you can do short-term rentals, on the other side you can't. So all right, we've got a galley style kitchen. Those appear to be original floors. Surfside Golf 9-hole course. So very clean home in this price range. I find that in this price range, a lot of the homes need a little bit of work. This one looks pretty turnkey. Got a nice 1-car garage. Perfect. So there you can see you got beach access right there. I believe that's a beach approach too, so you have easy access to drive your car onto the beach. There are these little canals, and if I'm correct, they do hold fish. It's the Oysterville Beach approach. Thanks, Julie. Hi, Diana. So Seabreeze Lake does contain fish. All right. So 810, 340th place, listed for $349. So here's the Zillow listing. Okay, you guys ready to dive in some numbers? So we're going to start out with financing this as a owner-occupied vacation rental. Excuse me, vacation property. So this is an owner-occupied beach house. There's our purchase price, $349. In this scenario, we're putting 20% down. Right now, most of your financing on vacation properties are going to be 20% down. Thanks, Diana. I can tell you that people in the Portland metro area and Seattle are really diving into the Long Beach Peninsula right now, due to its distance and the price range. I mean, there's not very many places on the West Coast where you can find a home that's this clean, this close to the ocean. You saw the backyard with sand for $349. All right, so 20% down, that brings our loan amount to $279,200. Again, for the interest rate, we're using 7.2% based off of the Mortgage News Daily website. I'm going to click on this more info link, and this is our payment breakdown. So again, you see our purchase price at $349. Principal and interest with 20% down, you'd be at $1,895. Very affordable property taxes in Ocean Park at $179 a month. Homeowners insurance at $75. Juliet may require flood insurance. I'm not sure. I know that my house in Long Beach, I thought it was going to need flood insurance, does not. So that's a good question. I can follow up with everybody next week, but it wouldn't surprise me if it needed flood insurance, but not all homes on the peninsula require flood insurance. Oh, Julie, I don't believe. Yeah, I agree with Julie. I don't think it requires flood insurance. Mortgage insurance, just as a reminder, mortgage insurance does nothing for you other than allows you to put less than 20% down. We're putting 20% down in this scenario, so we don't have to worry about mortgage insurance. So if we add these three numbers together, we get a total payment of $2,149. This is where I ask, how does that number sit with you? Hey, Ryan. Now, this isn't our primary residence. This is going to be a vacation home. So $2,149, it's really important to understand how that number sits with you. Is that number very affordable? That's right in our budget. Oh my God, there's no way I could ever afford that. Or wow, $2,149, that's less than I thought. So depending on how you react to that payment is going to determine what kind of financing strategies we go after here. With vacation homes or second homes, some guidelines are stricter. So there's a little more restriction on down payment, those type of items. But $2,149 on this house. Diana, I believe Julie said no short-term rentals allowed in the Seabreeze community. Okay, 20% down, $69,800. This is a great segue. A lot of people have a lot of equity in their house right now. but they don't necessarily want to refinance and lose their 3.5% rate or whatever they have. We have a new home equity line called Equity Express, and I just helped a borrower with one of these last week. It is awesome. It's all artificial intelligence. So if you want to learn more about that, there's a link in the description to schedule a 15-minute phone call with me. I can send you a link. You can fill out the application. I think it's 10 questions. The artificial intelligence analyzes your whole application. You never have to deal with an underwriter or with any people. The only person, actual human being that's involved in the transaction is the virtual notary who will pop up on your screen to sign your documents and verify your identity. But it's a really, really easy way to get equity out of your house quickly. I'm talking, we advertise 5 days or less. I did one in 48 hours last week with somebody that needed money quick for an emergency, and they had it in 48 hours. So if we go back to our screen here, $69,800 for our down payment. If you need to tap in your equity to do this and you don't want to lose your rate, that home equity is a great option. Home Equity Express. We're testing out the background noise reduction on my microphone here. There's kids shouting. We all scream for ice cream outside. So, all right. So we're putting 20% down. Loan to value ratio 80%. Closing costs, $36.91. This is going to include your title and escrow fees, title insurance. It's going to include your county recording fees. And it's going to include our lender fee or your lender fee, depending on what you're using. Ours is $14.50 flat lender fee, no 1% origination fee, no junk admin fee, just a flat $14.50. I do not have any points included in here. Just as a reminder, back at the Mortgage News Daily website, all these rates that are listed as the national average do not have any points built in. So if we did want to include some points to buy that rate down, we could. Those would be on this line here. Today we're going to keep it simple with no points. Prepaid taxes, insurance, and interest. Again, this is going to cover the prorated days of interest for the month we close in. It's going to include your first year of homeowner's insurance, and it's going to start your escrow impound account. It's going to pay your taxes and insurance on your behalf. So we get a total out-of-pocket expense of $76,491. What I like about that number is at this price range, there's enough equity out there to pull that from your house. It's not like you're draining your emergency fund to do this. But again, how does that number suit? All right, let's get caught up on chat here. All right, moving on. So, stepping up a little bit. 31707 G Street. Again, we're still in Ocean Park. Julie, is this one in Seabreeze too, or is this one outside of Seabreeze? Seabreeze community. Built in 1996, 649. So we jumped up 300 grand. Let's see what that gets us. Obviously, right off the bat, you can see the difference in our unobstructed ocean view. 2,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. This one is in Surfside as well. So deeded access to the beach. There's a 9-hole golf course close by. Water and sewer is included. Excuse me, water and garbage is included. All these homes are on septic. can already tell this house is set up for the view. The garage on the first floor. If this looks familiar with you, there's been homes in Ocean Park on House Hunters. I can think of 2 over the last few years that have been on there. So this might look familiar if you guys have been watching that show. So I can tell right away there's windows on the second floor looking out. Nice kitchen. Windows looking out of the ocean. It's like a wood burning stove. Very nice, especially if you're a storm watcher like I am. You'll be able to sit out and look out those windows with your wood stove all going. Nice bath. A little office area for all those work from home employees out there. Guest shower, utility room, nice 2-car garage. One thing I've done that is popular at the coast is taking a garage like this and turn it into a game room or a sports bar or something like that. Lots of room there to do that. Shed. So there you go. Nice shot of the peninsula. Okay, 649. Let's see what that looks like. So I set up 3 options here on this home. 2 owner-occupied and 1 vacation home. I'm going to remove the vacation home. Now let's leave it. So owner-occupied, vacation home. There's an important designation between those. Owner-occupied means you're going to live in that house full-time. So it has to make sense from a financing standpoint. If I work in Portland and I'm required to be at my place of employment in Portland, but I want to buy a house as an owner-occupied 2 hours away at the beach, that doesn't make sense. But with COVID, a lot has changed. If I have permission from my employer to work remotely, there's no reason why I can't make my primary residence at the beach. A vacation home means that your primary residence is in Portland or wherever you're at, and you're buying a house a distance away that you're going to truly use as a vacation home. The difference is on owner-occupied, you have more options for financing. Less down, FHA, VA, right? So it's easier, there's easier to find a program that's going to maybe be less restrictive than a second home. So let's dive in. 749, we're going to start with 10% down, owner occupied. So I'm retired, I don't have an employer, I'm going to live here full time. Or I work remotely, work from home. 10% down is going to bring my loan amount to $674,100. Again, Mortgage News Daily average interest rate nationwide 7.2. Going to click on this more info link, payment breakdown. Purchase price $749. Principal and interest $45.75. Property taxes still reasonable in that price range at $399 a month. Homeowners insurance $75. Altogether, I'm at $5,050. Closing costs, down payment $74.9. Everything pretty much is the same, except we're going to buy out the mortgage insurance policy. So let's go back to the payment. No mortgage insurance on this scenario. Now you can pay it monthly and have monthly mortgage insurance, or we can buy out the policy. Julie, list price says $649. Holy cow. All right, let's fix that. Good catch. But with this mistake, let's take a look and see what happens. So $749, $5,000 payment. Let's drop it $100,000 and see what happens to our payment. Drop $600 a month, now down to $44.49. Fix the other ones. Okay, $649. So now we saved $600 by catching Cody's mistake. Now we're down to $44.49. Go back to the closing cost screen. Again, we're buying out that mortgage insurance. That's what this cost his right here. Paying that out of pocket, $35.63, $77,000. So because we're calling this one owner occupied, we're coming in with the same size down payment or cash to close as we were on the house for $349. I also added a VA. Lots of veterans out here, and a lot of retired veterans out in Long Beach. So $649, zero down. Looking at a payment of $48.79. You're just coming in with your closing costs, prepaid items, so $86.91. Julie, maybe you can answer this question. In this market that we're in out of the beach, are you seeing more sellers willing to contribute towards closing costs? Because if we look here, we do have under closing costs, we do have an option for contributions by the seller. So it is very common for veterans to ask those closing costs to be paid for, and really coming in, it was $0 out of pocket. Okay, so let's compare this to a vacation home, not to be confused with a vacation rental, but a house that's going to be considered a second home. $649, 20% down, brings our loan amount to $519. We're down $870 from our 10% down option to $4,000, and we're $138,000 out of pocket. Again, $138,000 is not an unreasonable amount of money for a lot of homeowners to use a home equity line to obtain. For sure. So sellers are willing to pay towards sellers' prepaid items and closing costs. It's good to know. So beach access, beach view, very affordable compared to everywhere else on the West Coast. Okay, I got one more for you. Let me make sure this one's correct. This one is not correct either. I think I had them flip-flopped. Okay, let me fix that really quick. Julie, you got a lot of people looking in the windows here wanting to know if I can answer questions on real estate for them. Okay, on this one, I'm just going to do a single option. We're going to call it 20% down. And this was going to be considered a second home. So purchase price on this home, we're at $749. I think I would get bonus points if I unlocked your door and started handing out your cards during the live stream. I'll do it to the next person that does it. If somebody walks by, I'm gonna, where are your cards? Okay, I got Julie's card. And I got Cindy's card. We're going to the next person that tries to open the door. Cindy, do a lot of buyers in this market on the peninsula, do they bring their own agent representation from either the Seattle area or Portland area, or are they looking for representation locally here? I know that might be a long answer to answer over chat. Because it seems like right now with equity and with what's going on and with people working from home, there's a lot of people coming here from the metro areas. I mean, Diana already said she has a client that might be interested in Ocean Park. So I'm just curious. Okay, let's take a look at this house. 1105 195th Street. This is in Long Beach. Julie, short-term rental, yes or no on this house? Now we're stepping up, 2316. Again, right at the beach, or one row of houses away from the beach. Nice deck, you can tell looking out at the beach there. And this is where maybe I'm buying a vacation home because I want my grandkids, I want my kids, I want my family to come visit us, to have a place for all of us to gather. You know, that's another great reason Long Beach is awesome. You have so many events. You have the Kite Fest, you have the 4th of July, we have Rod Run, a huge hot rod show that just floods the Long Beach Peninsula. So there's lots of reasons for family get-togethers. In fact, Cindy has 25 people coming to a family reunion at her house tonight. Let's make these bigger. Hot tub, nice fenced backyard for your pets. Got a shed, lots of windows, and an awesome deck. 2-car garage. Nice patio, or nice driveway, asphalt. A lot of the homes here do have gravel driveways. It's really nice having asphalt. We ended up putting concrete on ours. We had gravel. Makes a big difference. So no short-term rentals on this one either. It's in Tides West HOA. So, Julie, you bring up a great point. A lot of people don't know that if you're looking for real estate outside your area and you want a good recommendation for an agent to use, reach out to the agents you trust in your market. Agents know, especially in this area, agents know who are the good agents and who maybe are newer or they wouldn't recommend. So reach out to your real estate agent of choice in your neighborhood and get a referral to a real estate agent that specializes in that area. A lot of people don't realize that it works that way. Love the wood stairs. Look at that. Beautiful beams. Now, if I just were to compare the last house and this house, you get a lot for that extra $100 grand. And this is definitely an entertaining house. There's a great example of that. You have a huge stove, huge range, and a huge island to entertain your huge family. This house is a really cool vibe. Wood stove. Awesome, great room. I see some ocean out there. You know, it's like from each angle in these pictures, the room looks different. I think that's really cool, really unique, really cool. Here's your work remotely room. All your coworkers are going to be jealous. Better point the cameras away from the view. It looks like another little office area here. Is that a movie theater? Looks like somebody converted a spare bedroom to a movie theater. Very cool. Outside the movie theater, you have a hot tub. All right, there's your aerial. Okay. All three homes, the HOAs are extremely affordable. This one's $125 a year. Let's go down and look at property taxes. We're at $47.84. That's $399 a month. I may have gotten the property taxes wrong on the last house too. So just call Cindy or Julie if you guys want some more detailed information on that. Their contact info is in the description. Okay. So $749 purchase price. Let me fix that down payment. $20 down. Brings our loan amount to $599. Using that same 7.2. 45.65 out the door. $20 down with closing costs. We're at $201,633. I can see somebody going owner occupied with this house too. Maybe they're selling their house in downtown Portland or condo in downtown Portland, or they're retiring, getting out of the big city, want to live out of the beach. I can definitely see this home being owner occupied too. So there would be options to go less down or different programs if you're going to call it owner occupied. So I plan on doing more of these special editions on our live stream. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's fun to dream about beach houses. When my family was down here, we'd come down here a few times a year, and we'd always walk by Realty One office and dream about buying a vacation home. And I used to tell my wife it would be so cool to have a house with your toothbrush in it, meaning that we could leave the house without having to pack any bags. Our clothes are there, and we were able to do it. And I don't think we would have been able to do that anywhere else on the West Coast. But this is a great area to bring your family, bring friends. It's been a huge part of our life for the last 3 years, coming down to the beach on a regular basis. So that's it. Like I said, we're going to be doing more of these special editions. I like to do one a month. If you guys have any ideas for special editions, leave them in the chat. I think I'm going to do maybe an investment property. Maybe we come back to the beach. That's what we'll do. We'll come back to the beach maybe in a month or two, and we'll focus in on short-term rentals. I'm going to go back to my other screen here because for some reason the chat's not working. We'll focus on short-term rentals. I think that is obviously a hot topic right now. All 3 homes we looked at today do not qualify for short-term rentals, but if you want some listings that do qualify for short-term rentals, visit Realty One, Pacifica, call Cindy, call Julie. They can give you all that information. Now's a great time to buy down here because there are so many new listings. That does slow down in the winter. So now's a great time. I'm going to do some maybe long-term rental property specials. I'd like to do one on horse properties. Everyone knows, my daughter rides horses. There's a lot of horse properties in Clark County. We're also going to Texas soon. So maybe we'll do a Texas special on real estate in Texas. We're going to be just outside of Waco, which is famous for 2 things: Magnolia, and everyone knows the other one. So there you go. We're right at 48 minutes. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We're just getting started here. We got all of our IT stuff figured out. We're getting a rhythm. Ideas for content, anything like that, leave them in the comments. Please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And if you got any feedback, let me know. We'll see you guys next Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Oh, and special thanks again to Realty One Pacifica for letting me steal their office space for an afternoon. So everybody go out and enjoy your summer. See you soon.